One of the big things for me is reading an article from Kyle Martino. He's made these statements which, I'm not running for president of U.S. Soccer, first of all. So when I'm saying what I'm saying it from a context of experience. Having played in the World Cup, having played internationally, meaning signed with a professional team outside of this country, and thus then coming back into America to say what things could be done to harness the talent that we do actually have in America. So I'm speaking from a sincere perspective of one player, two coach, as well as identification of young talent to go on to the next level. I would like for the United States to be able to dominate globally. And why shouldn't we? We're very good at what we do. Economy, militarily, politically, athletically. Why not? Entertainment. We're very good. Why can't we have a world dominant soccer team? Because we haven't put it in the right place. When I say player development is one in which we have to create an environment for the talent that exists in America to matriculate to the top, I'm saying it from a perspective of, look, we've borrowed all of these coaching modules from other countries. We have, followed everything that they said was successful in their country, and primarily European. And we have not produced players. We have talent, but we haven't produced players that are on the international stage. We haven't done as well as Mexico has done. So when we talk about, well, we need this and we need that, what they're missing is this, Kyle. What we're missing is we need to start at the inception, at the very beginning. We need to start where everything starts with kids walking and kicking a ball, to get the balls at their feet and also the instruction at the very beginning. What we find in terms of the frustration of player development in America is based off of the fact that we get talented players, some that are skillful at 10 years old or athletically about to excel at 10 years old, and thus then we have to break habits that they had before they got to us to take them to the next level. Why? Because everybody starts at rec ball, and rec ball is a mom or a dad putting their kid into a rec program to play soccer, to have a great time. They have the uniforms, they have the facilities, okay, they have the organization, they have the infrastructure, but they have no knowledge of the game and no directives coming from above to the beginning stages to say these things have to be covered for every player or every child that wants to play soccer, such that when they reach the age of 10, they have these things in place, and then we can take them beyond. But at 10 years old, we get them, and they're already sort of ready-made players, or we have to help them relearn or unlearn the things that they've learned prior to getting to those coaches or those enthusiasts, if you will, that want to develop players, the talent that we have in America to go forward. And until U.S. Soccer gives a dictate to every state association, and every state association a dictate to every club that's a member, to every rec program or any rec program that wants to do soccer, to say, in doing soccer, you have to do these things. They have to be able to dribble a certain way, pass a certain way, strike a ball a certain way, okay? Even head the ball a certain way. How about a throw-in a certain way? All of those things from an environment that speaks and oozes of soccer at the international level, meaning what soccer truly is outside of this country. When we talk about player development, the real issue is, in America, player development is predicated off of what you can afford. In other countries, player development is based off of every professional team has a youth system to go find the best talent that they can find, bring it into their system, sign that talent, own that talent, mature that talent for the use of the professional team, or to sell it to another professional team they make money off of going to find the best talent. Those are diametrically opposed to each other. So youth development outside of this country is totally different than what youth development looks like in this country. So when we talk about youth development, we can't have a situation where you have an individual that speaks about what needs to happen without the understanding of what the differences are in our environment. We have to create a professional environment that says, at all costs, I have to go get the best talent, because if I get the best talent, then my professional organization is going to benefit from it. So I'm willing to invest in getting the best talent because I'm going to get something back off of it. I'm going to get something off of my investment. Right now, it's all based off of whatever your parents can afford, whatever they can afford. That's why we don't have player development. That's why we don't have a system in which youth players between the ages of 16 to 18 get into a professional environment and they're getting a chance to play, to mature, and to get to the next level, to break into the first team. Because even at the professional level in America, we're not about buying and selling players. We truly aren't. So that's why the top talent has to go out of the country if they want to really get involved in a professional environment or a soccer environment, a football environment, if you will. Everything that we have here is elite recreation. What do I mean by that? It means that you're paying more money, just like you pay at the YMCA for your kid to play. You're paying for your kid to play for whatever club team, but you're just paying more money. So what makes it elite is the amount of money that you're actually utilizing for your kid to participate. And you can't have player development based off of that, because it's based off of how much you individually and your family individually can afford. Now, is there talent in America? Without question. We have a lot of immigrants that are in this country, a lot of ethnic groups that love the sport, that either they were born here and their parents were born in a different country and they are excited about the sport as part of the passion of their culture transmitted here in America into that family. And yet, a lot of those talented players cannot participate because of pay to play. Bottom line. And there are not enough professional teams in America. It's a big country. In order for those professional teams to invest, meaning pay for those talented players that come into their academies, develop them, to use them in their first team, or sell them abroad. There are not enough professional teams in America, not right now. And the ones that are doing it, we're still scratching the surface. So, my frustration? You can speak from a studio analyst context. I've been a studio analyst. I worked for ABC Sports during the '94 World Cup. And I know what I'm talking about when I sit there and say, you can sit behind a desk with the cameras on you, you can say this and that, your opinion is this and that, but you never coached. You never actually played out of the country. You are, in essence, still a spectator looking at what's going on in a different country and saying, why can't we be like that? Because we're not. We're not English. And so your opinion is simply that, an opinion. When you get out and coach, I'm talking about coach at every level. I'm talking about coaching 3-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 21-year-olds, amateur level as well as semi-pro and pro, and play out of the country to see what it's actually like to be a professional in a different country and how it's done in that country, how come they're so successful. Then you can come back and say what needs to happen in America. But until that occurs, the game is full of opinions. And yours is another one. It's an opinion.